Hey, hey, IDS 302. How about a bonus video? Try to keep some people out of trouble. Um, let's talk about this research because people are really going this other way that I've seen before, and I like to nip it in the bud. Okay, let's look at this clearly. If you're viewing this, you should have no problem conceptualizing this research in its proper form. Okay, so some of the main key things I'm going to tell you about, I want you to know. Research is humble, as I said. It is not hyperbolic, does not exaggerate, does not overpromise. Okay, you then should not be hyperbolic, should not be overpromising. This is not about your imagination. You are not going to resolve climate change in this course. You are not going to resolve the current political climate in this course. You are not going to think about it. Okay, that's why I give everybody the same overarching question. Let's start at the beginning. What are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding blank revealed in a survey of random adults? So, what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding blank, regarding CBD products, regarding Black Lives Matter, regarding the current political climate, regarding climate change, regarding sustainability, regarding, all these things, comma, revealed in a survey of random adults. So, what does that question tell us? Let's look. Okay. First of all, it says, what are some of the? It doesn't say what are the. So, right off the bat, you're not promising to find them all. Good for you. You're saying, what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences? Those are general terms, but they give the reader and you an idea what's going on here, right? You're not you're not looking what are some of the data points and current statistics regarding. No, you're looking at what are some of the perceptions, opinions, and experience of regarding. Okay, regarding what? Your topic, okay, which is either a problem, an issue, could be provocative, could be a lot of different things, but it fits. It's a complex issue, therefore, interdisciplinary studies is appropriate to use for analysis. So, again, what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding your topic, comma, is that it? What are some of the opinions, perceptions, experience regarding climate change? Question mark. It could stop there, but why doesn't it? Because we need more specificity. So we got comma revealed in a survey. So now we know that what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding blank revealed in a survey. So we know that's how the data is going to be compiled in a survey, not in an observational phenomenon, observational ethnography sitting on a corner of Mill and 7th. It's going to be in a survey. Is it going to be but then, is it going to be a survey of climatologists, a survey of social activists, a survey of medical specialists? No, it's a survey of random adults. That whole question together, then, what are some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences regarding your topic, comma, revealed in a survey of random adults? What that does, what it intends to do is give you a focus, give you, keep you reined in. There's a lot of room to work in IDS. We know that. And sometimes we get overwhelmed with the choices we have. But to rein you in, to understand that at the end of this question, at the end of this paper, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at the end of within the research, we talked about this. There is a requirement of discovery, a requirement to add something new to the body of knowledge in this field or fields. So, if you were just to propose that you were going to go through statistics in some subject, put them together, have some self enlightenment, and regurgitate them in some way, that's not research at this level. That's just a compilation report. It's self enlightenment. Okay. Which is why, yes, we call researching a trip to Europe. I'm learning so much about Europe researching this. Yes, you are. Nobody else is. I mean, it's not, you're not providing, but it's okay again. Like I said, calling it research there is fine. Calling it research here is not fine. So there's a requirement of discovery. So I could either task you with discovering something with existing data, which nobody's qualified to do, even me in this class, okay? Or I can task you with gathering new data, original data, which is checks off that requirement. So how do we do that in a 7-week course? We do it through a quantitative survey. Quantitative meaning that everybody gets the same choice of answers. You're not going to interview anybody, because if you do, it becomes qualitative or mixed methods at best. If you go with any kind of qualitative study, you're going to be required to do some things. I showed you that big nasty practical research text I used. Do you want to know what you got to do? You got to transcribe it first, word for word transcription. Then you got to code it, develop a coding system. Then you got to do something called a meaning field and a validity horizon. You're not going to have time to tackle those things. So yes, in some ways, my job is to protect you from your own ambition, unfortunately, because so many students come up with some great topics, some great ideas, some great things that cannot be done in this class. This is a crawling research class. You want to take what you learn here about things about research and take them into other courses as you advance, whether it's post-grad or however, graduate school, however. But for here, keeping it humble. Okay, so you stick with a quantitative survey. It's efficient. We develop it. I will show you how. I will do videos to show you what to do with the, and I won't get into those now, but it's a quantitative survey. It means everybody gets the same choice of answer. Nobody gets to fill in any blank. There is no other. The only thing they fill in is their age. That's it. There is no choice of other and then a line. There is no explain this. No. What's your opinion? No. You give them every answer possibility. That way you can compare, contrast, correlate on a quantitative statistics basis. So knowing that's where you're getting your data from, knowing your overarching question has to do with the opinions, perceptions, and experience of that group of random adults, not ASU students, not women under 30, not clinical specialists, okay? Random adults, 18 and over. Stay focused, okay? Knowing that you have that coming, that should inform you on all these steps. So step one, as you've written your first part, the introduction to the topic, great. I think that should be a nice general overview of the topic. Shouldn't be preachy, shouldn't be biased. Just the facts, ma'am. Dragnet, real old show. Now we get into the purpose of the study. Here's where some people go sideways. It's easy to go sideways. I'd go sideways. Purpose of your study. Here's where some people overpromise, okay? So it's not to cure cancer. It's not to solve world hunger. And there's some people come this close to saying that, okay? Purpose of this study. Take notes right now. If you want to rewind, stop, pause. Purpose of your study is to obtain a snapshot of some of the opinions, perceptions, and experiences of random adults regarding blank, your topic, in an effort to inform the field of blank with a, albeit small amount of data, but data that may reveal, notice I'm using the words may, not will, not definitely will, not will prove, not will evidence. I'm saying may reveal certain tendencies, certain proclivities, certain leanings, certain opinions, certain attitudes that would inform the research on this topic, and then to expand on that in further studies by other researchers. So the purpose of your study is just to contribute something small. You're not going to contribute something big. Stop thinking it's going to be big. Doesn't have to be big. You don't promise big when you know you can't deliver big. Okay? All right? I can't do things that I could do when I was in my 20s. I'm not going to promise I can't do it. I'd be an idiot to do that. Anyways, different subject. So step one, then you got your general thing, you got your purpose, you got the significance of your study. The significance of your study, similarly, is not to solve anything. It's not to make all this, to correct people's thinking, to change people's minds. You're not going to do that. Think realistically. Take it down a few notches. You're not going to do that all in basically a month, less than a month. You can't, okay? And it's okay. You're undergrad students. I'm an undergrad instructor. We have limitations. Let's stay in our lane, okay? But what is the significance of your study? The significance of your study is that by providing a genuine and unique and original snapshot of data from random adults, we may be able to, remember I just said may, see? It's not like we will be able to. We may be able to correlate some themes, some attitudes about blank through contrasting and correlating gender, age, income levels, whatever it is you're going to be surveying. Okay. By doing so, the significance of this study then, perhaps, not at will, perhaps when added to a larger body of data or knowledge, will contribute something to the analysis and hopeful solution. See what I'm getting at here? See how I kept that tamped down? Obviously, I don't expect people to know all that stuff and be able to write it exactly like what's coming out of my head. You don't want to do that. But I do want to keep you away from what is coming out in terms of over-promising and under-delivering. You can't over-promise in research. All right? So that's what you do. You generally talk about your topic. You get into the purpose of your study. Okay. I mean, I'd rather see somebody write the purpose of my study is so I can get out of this 302 with an A. That's more realistic than my purpose of my study is to solve the plastic problem in the ocean, which nobody's done. Of course, I'm giving you exaggerated examples, but you hear what I'm saying. Same with significance of your study is what it is. And it's all hinged on this data of a snapshot of quantitative data from random adults and what it means. What does it mean? Okay. Right. I mean, if I came to you with some data from a random survey of 35 people and I said, look, this solves climate change, you'd think I was insane. So don't promise at the beginning, right? Move through this. That's step one. Step two, you're going to defend. You're going to defend it as a interdisciplinary problem. How do you do that? You identify it as complex. You ask some rhetorical questions about the problem. You're going to look at and consider up to maybe 6 disciplines that you could look at. You're not required to use them, but you are required to think, expand your mind. So if you think about a topic and say, how does business relate to Black Lives Matter? Well, some businesses have decided to overtly support Black Lives Matter. Some businesses have decided to, reject it, what have you. Business is a component, is a discipline that could help analyze it, along with social issues, social conscious identity issues, psychology, activism, whatever. You're going to look at different disciplines. Then you're going to decide basically which 3 are you going to work with. That's step 2. And step 3, you're going to do an annotated bibliography. You're going to go to academic journals, peer-reviewed journals. You're going to find 4 sources for each of your disciplines. That's 12 sources altogether. And you're going to write an annotated bibliography. And I'm going to give you a video that's not by me that tells you how to create that thing and how to make it perfect. And I'm going to give you an example that shows how to make it that way. Okay. Then in step 4, between 3 and 4, we're going to show you how to make a survey and you're going to send it out. You're going to post it on the class so we can all do it, but it's not a survey of ASU students. We're just helping you help direct you be random adults. It's in a perfect world, you'd let it sit somewhere and let random adults come. It's not a perfect world. We don't have time. So we're going to direct it to places where random adults can have access to it. Between step 3 and 4. And then while this is working behind the scenes for you, step 4, you're going to talk about some of the things you learned in that, looking at the previous research. That's what researchers do. See how the previous research informs your study. Does it support it, challenge it? Does it resonate with it? What about these studies and these other disciplines? And then how do these disciplines work with each other? How does psychology work with business and integrate with them? What are some of the conflicting areas and what are some of the integrative areas? And for that, you're going to have 3 disciplines. So you're going to look at 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 2 and 3. You're going to look at those. and analyze those in terms of their conflicts and agreements. It's really cool, okay? And then in step 5, you're going to have all your data from your survey, and you're going to start putting that together, and you're going to see what it reveals, and you're going to consider it based on your disciplines that you use, and you're going to think about how these all integrate. What could be a possible solution, or what could be a possible analysis that you could provide as an interdisciplinarian that would impact things? Not that would change the world, or not that would get published in newspapers, not that would cure cancer, but what do you have as an interdisciplinarian? This is the excitement of this project. And as you go through it, I'm going to provide you with samples, I'm going to provide you with details, and I'm going to provide you with access to me. Because if the bottom line is anything, it means like, geez, if I just give him what he wants, I know I'll score. So, I mean, but I want you to do the right thing in terms of research for this. All right. So this was a bonus 16-minute video about that I had to do after seeing some of these step ones come in that are going way on the hyperbolic side. I hope that clears it up really clear. And if it doesn't, please let me know what I can clarify more on. Okay. I didn't say clarify more on. Okay, I said, anyways, forks up. See you later.